So I want to welcome you, Miss Dawn Tapscott. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming and talking to us today about our kids learning to swim, about water safety, about drowning prevention. We're going to hit all of those topics. So I wanted to start off by letting everyone know that drowning is the leading cause of death for infants and young children between the ages of 1 and 4. And Florida's number one, I think you told me, and Arizona number 2, or is that the reverse?
It's the reverse.
Okay.
Arizona's number 1, and we're number 2. Arizona have a lot of pools, and Florida, we're surrounded by water, so we are the second state with the most drownings.
Right. So it's not always a pool. It could be any water.
That's true.
Absolutely. So also one thing that I saw that was very interesting was that about 58% of parents, when they're polled or asked, they don't think their child is in danger of drowning. They don't even have it on their radar.
That is true. Everybody thinks that it can't happen to us or our family. I watch my child the whole time. It just takes seconds, and most drownings are when both parents are supervising the kids. It just takes a few minutes for them to turn away, and the kids can get past the parents sometimes.
The kids are quick, especially in this age range, 1 to 4. Quick.
Mm-hmm.
They're gone in a second. And not all the time is it the pool you're sitting around. Sometimes they like water, and they're not afraid of it. And they can go into a neighbor's or a house down the 2 doors down and know they can just walk through that door and get in the water. That happens.
That does happen. And I have a close family that I'm friends with, and they did lose their child to drowning, and they didn't have a pool, they didn't live on a lake, they didn't live on a canal, but they visited a family that lived on a canal. And, it was really very sad, and they never thought it would happen to them, and they were, they're great parents. And we always, recommend constant parent supervision.
Right.
But like I said, it just takes seconds for kids to get by you.
Absolutely. So you got to be safe, and you got to consider, so many dangers out there for our children. You don't want to be that helicopter parent or over the top and make yourself too anxious, but some basic safety things, we have to keep them on the radar for our kids, and water safety is a big one. So let's talk about ISR. What is ISR? What does it stand for?
ISR stands for Infant Swimming Resource. And we just recently celebrated our 50 years teaching babies. And we have over 800 documented cases of kids saving themselves. And,
awesome.
We have over 600 instructors nationally.
Okay.
And we are growing at a fast rate, and we're trying to get an ISR instructor in every city, every country, because it's so important that kids are able to save themselves if they ever did get in that situation.
So tell us, how does a child save themselves in the water?
Well, we start with kids 6 months to 6 years old, and the infants 6 months to a year. If they fall in, they learn to roll on their back and float and wait until help arrives. And they learn to do this from any position, falling face in, putting vertical, falling off the steps. They learn to roll on their back and float.
Wow.
The kids a little bit older, 1 year old to 6 years old, we teach a swim, float, swim sequence. So they learn to swim, try to get to the wall, roll on their back and float if they can't make it to the wall, and then flip back over and swim again. So it's a swim, float,